All right. Hello, everybody. Just going to give it a couple moments for some people to join us here. It's a gorgeous sunny day here in San Diego, California. And yeah, just noticing it's been a little while since I have been on here and done a live video for you all. Hey, Jeffrey. Hey, Alfonso. Good to have you both here. Hello, lover. Just give it a couple more minutes. Just waiting for a few more people to join. Hello, Linda. Welcome, welcome. Come gather in, everybody. Oh, Alfonso, you're sweet. I miss you too. Yeah, it's been a while since I've done one of these videos, so it's time and the inspiration came through. So I am ready to share with you something that I think is relevant to not just me, but for every single one of you that's going to be watching and listening to this. Hi, Damien, welcome. So the title of, my theme or my title of today's video is really about not feeling obligated, not feeling like you have to take on every life-changing opportunity or career-changing opportunity. And this topic actually, how I get my topics on my videos for starters is I sort of start to download them through. It's a very cliche spiritual word. Download them through. And I'll write down the titles of my videos, and then I will feel the energy pulling me towards sharing one of those videos at the appropriate time. And for whatever reason, I had wanted to share this video several times over the last few months, and it wasn't aligned. So there must be a reason for those of you who are joining, who are going to be watching live and on the replay. There must be a reason why this video is coming at this time. So I hope it's value rich for you and it's helpful, because I think we're entering a time now in history and in consciousness where we have to release and let go of survival patterns. And we have to start to prioritize integrity. So I'm going to share a story with you. Welcome, Ashley. Welcome, Chelsea. Yes, boo. I know it's not Jeffrey. I'm being all formal with you on the Facebook Live. Let's just throw that out the window. So for starters, hi, Nina. Oh, Nina's here. For starters, I want to kind of just gauge from all of you who are watching, how many of you have ever been presented with something or an opportunity that you believed would be life-changing or life-altering in a positive way, or career-enhancing in some way, and there was an internal pull within you where you were like, oh my God, like if I do this, if I say yes to this, my entire life, my career could change for the better. And then there was something that maybe didn't fully align, or there was some fear there, or something didn't feel quite right. So if you've ever had that happen to you, share in the comments below and just say, yes, that's happened to me before, where opportunities come along. It seemed like it was a great thing, but something didn't feel quite right. Wasn't sure why. Yeah, thank you, Nina. Nina says, yep, I've been there. I've certainly been there, which is also the inspiration for this video. I always like to teach what I've maybe experienced or learned. Chelsea says, yes, she's been there. And, maybe you've taken, and maybe you've even followed through on that opportunity, okay? And once you've, been immersed in it, or, you've been experiencing it, then you realize, oh, shoot, I made a mistake. Like, this isn't the life-altering or career-altering opportunity that I thought it would be. So if you've ever experienced that as well, in this same sort of category of what we're talking about, say yes below. You could share your experience. Kathy says yes, she's experienced it as well. So I'm going to tell you a quick little story. Earlier this year, I was traveling. I was in Florida, and I was going to a friend's wedding, and we had just arrived, Jeffrey and I, to our hotel, and we were really jet lagged, and we went for a nap, and I woke up to my phone blowing up and my email blowing up. And one of the members on my team was trying to get my attention to answer her responses, but I had my phone on airplane. So I went on and I checked it, and I was blown away. Now, I'm just, out of privacy matters and all that, I'm going to keep the context, I'm going to keep the name of this opportunity. I'm going to withhold it from this video, but I can just tell you it was one of those opportunities that was so big for me at the time, it could have potentially changed the entire trajectory of my career. It was something, okay, for those of you who are extremely spiritual and you like to pray and meditate, it was one of those things that I had been praying and asking and calling in for a really long time. A really long time. It would have been something that would have been visible nationally, throughout North America, potentially even all over the world. And initially I was extremely excited. I thought, wow, like, you know, my divine plan is really unfolding. Like, look at this. Like, this is an incredible opportunity. And like, I have to say yes. Like, I was so initially enamored by the opportunity that all the other things that I was sort of observing or noticing kind of went into the background. And what I mean by what I was noticing and observing was how I was feeling in my body, how I was feeling in the reaction to this. If this life-changing opportunity to be on this television show, so it was involved in Hollywood because a lot of my work has taken me into Hollywood, because I've been calling for that to happen, because I was in that industry and I've been wanting to bring this work and have been bringing this work into Hollywood to help awaken Hollywood and bring higher consciousness into the entertainment industry. So this opportunity was right up my alley. It was an opportunity for me to be seen as an expert and a guest on a very big show. So after a few days of sitting with it and getting the details and learning more about it, I started to notice that the opportunity wasn't as exciting for me. I started to notice what I had initially said at the beginning of this video, my body, my intuition, something not feeling 100% aligned. And so what did I do in the end? I said no to the opportunity. Now, it wasn't easy, okay? I'm going to tell you guys this. It was not easy. It was a very difficult decision and one that I had to put a lot of thought and reflecting on, one that I really had to trust on some level that I was making the right decision. And I, looked at this from several angles, okay? And what I mean by that, am I saying no because I'm trying to sabotage something in my career? Am I afraid of this level of visibility and success, right? Things that we all struggle with as light leaders, as people who are artists and influencers, and even those, if you're watching, who are also in the entertainment industry. Like when we have a brand or we have a personality or a gift that we are bringing to the world, we struggle at times and we're challenged by our visibility and becoming more visible. And I had been doing a lot of work on this for quite some time. And so I was asking myself, is this an opportunity for sabotage? Is this me being afraid of more success? Like, am I getting in the way of this? And the answer was no. And the reason why I said no was because it was not in integrity. It was not in integrity for me. It was not in integrity for my divine plan. The content that I would have had to talk about was not in integrity for the material that I like to talk about, and other people were involved in that. So I said no. And after I said no, as much as I was afraid that I was turning down a potentially life-changing and career-altering opportunity on a big scale, I felt a sense of relief. Because my number one priority with everything that I do is being in integrity. I know I'm a human and we make mistakes. I make mistakes, but integrity, not just with my word. So there's the typical definition of integrity is following through on our word. That is a part of it. It is true. But integrity also means being in integrity to your divine plan and your divine self. And so this is one of the reasons and why I wanted to come and talk about this particular topic today, because I know how many of you, from my clients to the people that I interact with, colleagues, people who are here, who've been following my work on Facebook, who I've been interacting with over the years, I know how so many of you that are watching do so much work on really working on manifesting and calling in these bigger opportunities and these life-altering, career-altering opportunities. And it's not just from a career level. Like, I'm also talking about relationships, client, business, all kinds of things. We're constantly working on the manifestation process of aligning and living, embodying the life that we know we're here to have, and we're here to serve. And so the more we do this work, the work works, right? The work does work. We start to see our reality shift into what was once a vision or a dream. It now becomes our everyday living of our lives. And it's not so shocking or surprising to see these big life-changing opportunities come into our world because we have been preparing for it, right? We've been preparing for that. You've been preparing for that. But what is happening now in the world is that light leadership, which is different from light work, light leadership is about creating a new level of leaders on the planet who embody a higher level of consciousness, who have integrated and transcended many different levels and tiers of consciousness. If you're into spiral dynamics or integral theory, you'll know what I'm talking about there. And really leading by example from heart and soul, but also from a very practical, very down-to-earth perspective, not just floating up in the sky and thinking, oh, the angels are going to do all this for me, or I'm going to meditate all day. I'm talking very grounded spiritual leadership in the world, light leadership. And if we're going to change some things in leadership, and I'm speaking to all of you who know that you have a purpose here to be a light leader and already are a light leader, what it requires for us is to be in a higher level of integrity. And believe it or not many people on the planet are operating at a higher level of integrity because they're not aligning to their divine plans and their divine selves. They haven't done the work to be able to embody and integrate that. So this is why it's so easy to say yes to opportunities that may seem life-altering and life-changing, but are actually not in the pristine alignment for you with your divine plan and for what you're doing forward. So if I had potentially said yes to this opportunity, for example, I imagine that it could have actually worked against me. What maybe my mind would have thought would have been a life-altering, career-altering opportunity in a positive way could have actually worked against me. And this is what I want to share. Sometimes those things that you think are meant for you, but don't feel aligned or something feels slightly off. And for every single one of you watching, it's going to be different. Your intuition, your inner knowing, your connection to spirit, your connection to your divine plan and divine self is all going to show up differently for everybody. So you got to get clear on that. But what is super important is understanding that sometimes the mind thinks with its controlling mechanisms that, oh my God, I have to say yes to every big opportunity that comes into my reality. Because if I don't, the next opportunity is not going to come for me. I'm passing up on something. And people in personal development might say you're sabotaging it, just like my thought process was, that you're afraid of more visibility or success. And while that may be true in some cases, if it's not an integrity for you, it could be the complete opposite and it could work against you, it can work against your divine plan. And when I made the decision and I said no to this experience, this opportunity that was presented to me to be on, television all over the world potentially, I knew that no was opening up to more yeses, was opening up to more aligned opportunities for me. And I have discernment tools that I use that are very neutral, that have me check to see if things are in integrity or not. That's part of some of the tools that I work with my clients, that I use with myself, that can, deliver accurate results without me being emotionally involved. So when I checked it, it wasn't in full integrity for me to continue on that path and to say yes to that. So as a result, what's been pretty awesome to experience just in my own life is seeing all the incredible other opportunities that have come as a result of me saying no. Because the second piece to this is integrity is one piece, but when we choose, when we know it's out of integrity, it's because we're in some sort of lack or scarcity mindset or energy, which is so rampant on the planet. I have a lot to say about that, and I'll save that for another video. But when we choose out of lack or scarcity, it's because we're thinking, oh my God, if I don't take this, even though it doesn't feel really aligned, even though it feels like it might not be the best thing for me, but it's like, wow, it's like the manifestation of everything that I've been praying for and asking for and meditating on. I'm just going to take it. What we're doing when we're out of integrity with ourselves is we're basically saying that there's not more that can come around. There isn't enough for me. There aren't more opportunities. So I'm just going to cling on to the thing that's here and now that doesn't feel or is in full integrity or alignment for me, and I'm just going to do it. So we have to really watch where our actions, where our choices, when these opportunities arise in our lives, because I guarantee for each and every one of you it will be. And even if you choose something and it's not in integrity, here's the cool thing. It's okay. We're human. We make mistakes. Mistakes are really opportunities for growth and for learning. So you can take that experience that you've had, whatever the outcome or result becomes, and that becomes a life lesson. Sometimes life lessons are really expensive. Sometimes life lessons are really intense and hard and painful. But the truth of the matter is that sometimes when we go through those kinds of opportunities, when we choose out of integrity, when we choose out of scarcity, we learn from them. And chances are we're probably not going to make the same lesson or mistake, right, again in our future. So there is no losing in this, but you can definitely move toward the opportunities that are much more aligned for you and that are much more in integrity for your divine self and your divine plan, where you don't feel like you have to choose out of scarcity or have to feel that contraction or that tightness or that something feels icky here and I don't quite know what it is. I may be passing something up here that could potentially be a big thing for me, but I know what my integrity meter feels like within me. I know what it feels like to be a full, whole-bodied yes. I know what it feels like for me to make choice in abundance, in being neutral, in feeling joy. I know what that feels like for me, and I'm not going to compromise that. So we cannot compromise these things moving forward just for the sake of our ego, just for the sake of being driven by a power or visibility, recognition, or reward. We have to choose from a place of alignment, integrity, and abundance. Abundance in all things, in all forms, including life-changing, career-altering opportunities, because there will be more that come along for you. So I want to pause here with this transmission and check in with you. There's been several of you who've joined while I've been chatting here, and I haven't said hello because I just kind of want to do a stream of consciousness here for all of you and just share my thoughts. Sandy, welcome. Elsie, hello. Joyce, Sarah, welcome. Michael, Lisa, hello. James, Andrew, and Mayor. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correct. Mayor. Yeah, welcome. So let me know in the comments below. For those of you who have joined me here that are on this live stream, type in the comments below if this is resonating, if you have questions about this. This is a great opportunity for you to ask me certain questions about this topic. And maybe its relevancy to you in your life, or if you want to just share some of your own experiences. You know, this is a community. Hi, Forrest. This is a community we learn together. And, you know, when we have the courage to be able to be vulnerable and to share our experiences with others, we start to see ourselves in other people's experiences and we don't feel so alone. You know, so this is why I do these. Yes, it's great to teach some of my philosophies and some of the things that I've learned, but more importantly, I want this to be an engaging experience for all of us so that we're learning from each other and we're growing together. So just type in the comments below, yeah, this is resonating, or no, this doesn't resonate, or here's where I'm challenged, or I've had experience in my life where I can really relate to that. So yeah, I'll give you guys a couple minutes. And, you know, making that choice several months ago, turning down that national television spot as a guest expert, really was such a great decision for me personally. And even though it was a little while longer before some really, like, on the same level, those kinds of opportunities started to come, it was worth being patient for. And what I've learned, especially over the years of compromising my integrity in different ways, is that the feeling of being in integrity with yourself And making aligned choices from that place is by far sweeter and more pleasurable than making decisions out of scarcity or pressure or feeling like, oh my God, I have to take that thing because that could potentially take it off. I mean, we take a risk regardless. I know that. Who knows where my career could have been? Maybe it could have been a cool experience that may have changed certain direction in my career, but I still know that it wouldn't have come from a choice or from a place within myself that wasn't integrity. And this is what I really want to help promote with all the people that I'm working with. So if you're in the entertainment industry, you're an actor or a director or a writer, somebody who's up and coming, or you've been in the industry for a while, I feel you on the decisions. Like sometimes you're going to be presented with opportunities that really are the next level of your success and your fame and your body of work. And I want to just really, support you in checking in with yourself and making sure that decision really is coming from a place of like a whole yes, from that alignment, from that integrity, from this abundant place within you, and not just, oh my God, if I don't take this, then I'm never going to be seen again in the casting arena, or I'm turning down something that is, such a big opportunity and it's never going to come along again. So check in with yourself. If you're in the healing arts, you're a coach, you're in personal development, spiritual development, this works on a multitude of levels for you too, from speaking engagements to opportunities in media or podcasts, or even from the day-to-day work of choosing clients. I mean, I have to be honest with you, in sheer transparency, there has been times over the course of my career where I have allowed heartstrings over integrity to choose clients that maybe were an 80% fit. And in the past, I'd said yes because I had heard them. I wanted to help them. I wanted to be of service, but something in me said, you know what? It was maybe not the right or the best fit. And I had learned the hard way with some of those relationships that it was not the right fit to take those clients on. And so if you are in the coaching or personal development industry and you're saying yes to clients or opportunities or experiences because you need the money or because you need the client or because you need to portray something, it's like you're making decisions not out of integrity, and you're also not being a really good leader in that way. So I don't say that to judge you. I mean, we learn from these experiences, just as I said, but the truth of the matter is you are here to embody integrity for your clients and for the people you're serving and speaking to. So, if you are in this line of work and you're doing similar work, I really want to, just emphasize how important it is for you to be in integrity. And if you're not in this line of work at all, you're not in entertainment industry, you're not thought leadership or any of that, you're living your life. I mean, there's going to be opportunities that are always going to be presented, promotions, new job opportunities, new relationships, all kinds of things are going to come your way in life, regardless of what your title is or your career or your mission or your purpose is, where you're going to have to do a deeper level of reflecting and checking in and really get clear on what integrity looks like and is for you and how it shows up in your life. So I'm just going to come to some of the comments that came in. Maximilian says, yes, integrity. Thank you. Yes. And then Kathy, thanks for sharing. I'm grateful to know that others feel the same. And in hindsight, I should have said no to some things in my life. Thank you, Vanessa, for this message. I hear you, Kathy, and this is not to make anybody feel wrong or to make yourself feel wrong. I want to make sure that that's also the case. You're so welcome, by the way, Kathy. It's just opportunities for growth. That's what this really is. And there's a lot of things that I probably should have said no to in the past too. I think we can all relate to what you're saying, Kathy, and appreciate what you're saying as well. And now hindsight is always 20/20, right? And I think that's the saying. Now we have the opportunity with this wisdom, with this knowledge being embodied and experienced within us to make different choices moving forward. Hello, Jennifer. Welcome. So I want to hear from more of you. If you're catching this replay later, post below. And, I'm just going to put out a call to action for those of you who are looking to do some of the work around the integrity piece, around the intuition piece. You are looking to experience the next level of your visibility, of your leadership, really getting to that next level of embodiment and alignment to your divine plan, and having the tools and the techniques and the ability to, really embody what that next level of your access to source, what that next level of your mission is, what the next level of your leadership is, what the next level of integrity looks like for you. And you're really ready to do it in a practical way while combining, deep spiritual transformational work. I have a couple spots now open for some private clients this summer. So reach out. I'm not going to go into any, specific offers. I really like to work with people who feel a resonance, both ways. I look at it as a collaboration. We are a team. We're doing this together. It's not just me being the expert or the teacher. No, we are a team. I'm here to help empower you to step into your authority. And when you are empowered and in your authority and in your spiritual sovereignty, you're going to make really different decisions moving forward. And that's what I've seen with all of my clients across the board, from the entertainment industry to the healing arts to other forms of business and entrepreneurship. So if there's a resonance, you've maybe been feeling my work for a while, this is my message to you. Take action, reach out. Let's schedule time to talk and see if how I can help you. And, maybe one of those spots might be for you. And if it's not, that's totally fine too. Feel free to share this video with people, tag them in here. Again, I've always been about sharing is caring. It's about allowing these messages of resiliency, hope, these tools, this higher consciousness that we are all stepping into to be shared with more people on the planet. So to all of my light leaders out there watching, thank you for being here. I am grateful for the opportunity to share this and to do this live video with you. And if there's anything you need, reach out, and I will talk to you soon. Much love, everybody. Bye for now.